Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 818. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, as Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page to join me on camera, shoot the breeze, say hello, promote yourself and or your business. All of that would be great. And it would also be great if you share this out. That way, more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me move my keyboard, and I'm going to go to the first, of course, durhamskywriter.com, and then going to the Word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also by the city, county, and state governments, respectively. So let's see. Let me just scroll down, just choose a couple of things to tell you about. There's lots and lots of things on this page. Actually, you can find places to volunteer also, if that's what you're looking for. So, if you need information on sickle cell disease, then you might want to contact Bridges Point. That's a local nonprofit. They serve children and adults living with sickle cell. They're located at Ree City. They house a lot of, or they're the home of a lot of local nonprofits. And that is downtown at 112 Broadway Street. I have a phone number too, and also their website. And I think they're the first program for housing people with sickle cell, which is really interesting. Because if you know anyone with sickle cell, you know that when they have an episode, a health episode, what happens is they can miss work. And sometimes it'll be several days in a row because it's really, really painful. It has to do with the blood cells. I'm not a doctor. I'm not even going to try to pretend to know exactly how to describe this, but super painful. It's like the blood cells hit a traffic jam in one of your joints and it hurts. It really, really hurts. And so very often you end up missing work. Sometimes you don't have time or you're unable. Some people are like hospitalized and they can't call the job. Some people have lost their jobs because the boss said, well, you didn't call. I mean, you asked for permission or you don't have any sick days left or whatever. So knowing that Bridges Point has actually apartments for right now men, and they hope to acquire more property so they can accommodate families and women as well. But I think that's a really good idea because it's a tough situation. You have a job and then you lose it because of a health reason. So anyway, check out Bridges Point. It's really hip. Oh, Dave is here. Dave saying hello, my wonderful YouTube friend. Thank you, Dave. How are you? Hope you had a good weekend. And oh yeah, ouch. Yeah, and regarding sickle cell, yeah, it's a interesting situation to be in. I know one person with sickle cell back back home in Chicago, and yeah, it's not. And she works in the health field, so she has a nice boss that understands. But yeah, it's hard to deal with, especially when you have these attacks or whatever they're called, these episodes. Alrighty, let's see what else is happening. Just real quick. There are no city vacancies to fill in terms of committee or commission vacancies, so that's kind of rare. That's nice. Now, the Durham County Libraries, with today being Monday, they're all open until 8. That does include Bragtown. Then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and then Bragtown reopens at 10. And Dave being out of town, he might wonder what's different about Bragtown. Bragtown is like it's so cute. It's not. It is a regular Durham County Library, but it's the smallest. It's like a little house, and basically before integration, the Stanford L. Warren Library was the Negro Library, and then the men in the community. West and north of it was another black community called Bragtown, and the men in the community decided we're going to build a we want to build a library for our community, and it became like what do you call it? Like a branch library, a branch of the Negro Library. So that's why it's smaller. They couldn't they didn't have the resources and the money to build a gigantic library like the others. I shouldn't say gigantic, but full size. So that's why it's a little different. So the hours are a little different, and the capacity is a little smaller. So that's why Bragtown is different. And they just recently celebrated, I think, their 50th year of existence, which is super awesome. All righty, let's see what. You know what? It is still grilling season. It's still summer. So what you need to know that is that the city of Durham. Strangely enough, the water management department. Well, it's not that strange, but let me just tell you what this is all about. They have fat trapper kits, and this does make sense of this water management because basically they're trying to get us to stop clogging up the water supplies by pouring oils and fats and whatnot, cooking oils and whatnot, down the drain and down the toilet. So in fact, let me show you mine because I just threw away. Let me show you real quick. Talk among yourselves. Okay, here we go. Fat trapper kit. This is a fat trapper kit. And see the City of Durham logo there. So basically, you can get this free. All you have to do is let me see, how do you get this? Um, yes, it's online. You go online, you click on the link. I provide the link right there on the Word page under City of Durham Water Management Department. So you click, fill out the form, and they'll send one to you within like the week. So it's hard plastic. All right, taking off the top. And I just threw out one of these bags today because today's trash pickup day. But this is like an aluminum bag, so it doesn't leak. So you pour your oils, fats in here. Some people save their bacon drippings for cooking. You can definitely do that. But if you don't, and you've been pouring it down the sink, don't do that because you can definitely clog up the system. So you use this instead. And then when you're done, you fold this over, close it, with the see the aluminum clip there, and then you just throw it in the trash carefully. You also get with this kit, and let me know if you have something like this in Texas where you live, Dave. So you also get a like a jar opener. You also get a strainer because again you don't want to clog anything up. So this is a strainer for oils. Because again, if you're cooking, some people save their bacon fat or whatever so you can pour and get the food remnants, throw those away and then save the cooking oil if that's how you roll. You also get like little flyers and just little information about, and a little pen, little City of Durham pen. So anyway, send for yours. If you need two, because you need one for your grandma, send for two. They'll send you two. And it only takes about a week. And with it being still grilling season, still summertime after all, it's not quite fall yet. This is year round, of course, but a lot of us are grilling. So you definitely want to get one of these. It's a Fat Trapper kit, courtesy of the City of Durham. All right. Let's see what else is happening real quick. Told you about the libraries being open until 8 tonight. Let's see what's happening. Oh, I just heard from the Durham Community Fridges. I wrote to them because we are down to two. St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side. And then the other one is at Omi's, 2300 North Roxborough Street on the corner of Roxborough and Club Boulevard. Basically, this is where regular folks like you and me, we can put food in the refrigerators if we are able to catch a sale or we just are able to afford to buy food and give it away. You can drop them off at any one of these two fridges, community fridges. They're run by the community. They're kept clean by the community, so you can go online. You can click on the link and go online. It's provided there on the word page. And if it needs a little tidying up with some, throwing away old food, maybe wiping it down with some bleach water, you're welcome to do that. It's all up to regular folks like you and me. These refrigerators are 24/7 access for people who are in need. So that's really great. And the nice thing about both, I never really pointed this out, But both of these community fridges are on bus lines. I can't remember which bus. I think, let's see. So we're talking about Main Street by 9th Street. I think that's the number. I can't remember if it's the 4 or the 9 bus. I think the 9 and the 11 bus serve that area. I might be wrong. As far as Omi's, I think it's the same deal. Wait, Omi's, I think that's the 4 or the 9. I can't remember. What I'm going to do, let me write that down. Let's see, Go Durham bus for community fridges. I want to do that because if you are in need, you need to know how to get there. Some people are in need, and this is like a new situation for them, and they're looking around to see how they can get help. So I definitely want to do that. So anyway, so I wrote to the Durham Community Fridges because there's another location, and I was asking them for permission to post it. But this location is privately owned. They're still helping the hungry and people who are in need, people who are homeless, etc. But it's not an official Durham Community Fridge. So I'm going to get their permission first. It's run by I think it's a church. No, wait. No, that looks like a store, a retail store. So I'm going to get their permission first, and then I will list it on the word page, just so those of you who are in need can find out where to go to get this free food. And some people are wondering, how are people who are in need getting computer access? Well, people have phones, cell phones. If you are a low income, there are programs out there where you can get free phones and you can use Wi-Fi to access the internet and get information. Also, a lot of people go to the library and use the computers there. They're readily available, and you can always watch Bull City Hangout, hopefully with headphones or earbuds or whatever, and get your information and yeah, use it. I mean, internet is incredible. You can find help no matter what your income, which is what I really appreciate. And yeah, David said they don't have it where he lives. That's cool. I'm just wondering, not trying to flex or anything, but I'm wondering how common this is. They certainly don't have it in Chicago. Well, Chicago's so huge, they probably can't afford to supply fat trapper kits for everybody who needs one. So anyway, let me continue. So anyway, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to check Durham Tech and then go on to the next page because I want to respect your time. So let's see what's happening with Durham Tech. I do want to remind you though, with National Night Out being October 7th, to register your National Night Out event with the Durham Police Department. Information on the word page. Okay, and also sign up to be a volunteer, or if you need help learning to read and write. The Durham Literacy Center is at 1905 Chapel Hill Road, and they're gearing up to start out the classes for the people who want to learn English, people who want to learn how to read, and people who want to learn how to use a computer. All right, still going to Durham Tech. I'll get there eventually. Oh, here we are. So today is the 18th. Let's see what's available today. Okay, now listed under the Durham Tech Small Business Center, which of course is downtown on Main Street, I have online webinars that are offered across the state, not necessarily by Durham Tech, but by different small business centers across the state. So today from 2 until 4, there's a free online and live, so you can ask questions, workshop called How to Write a Business Plan. So they're going to have this from 2 until 4, and then they'll have another one from 6 until 7:30. Not a replay, but another live one from 6 until 7:30. Now, tomorrow they're going to have Introduction to Federal Contracting, so get ready for that one. And that's going to be tomorrow night for those of you who want to do business with federal government, which can be very lucrative, also very demanding. So you might, if you're just even flirting with that idea, I'm letting you know in advance so you can get ready for that one. Okay, and I think that's it. Let me go to the health page. It's called To Your Health. There are some studies that you can participate in, some dealing with Alzheimer's, some dealing with music. So you can just check out these studies. Some of them compensate you, financially, if you know what I'm saying, if you participate. It's all up to you. Actually, it's up to them. Also, it's almost time for school, so you want to make sure your child's vaccinated. So I have the graphic here. Durham County Department of Public Health. You definitely want to check that out. Now let's check for blood drives, where you can save a life by donating blood. Let's see if the American Red Cross has something going on today. Let's see. The next American Red Cross blood drive is Thursday. So I'll tell you about that on Wednesday. Okay, now Blood Connection. Their next blood drive is Saturday. So I'll let you know on Saturday. Oh, on Friday. I'll let you know about that on Friday. Now tomorrow, the Health Equipment Loan Program, the HELP program. They're open tomorrow from 10 until 2 at 4206 North Roxborough Street. This is where you can donate items like wheelchairs and canes, that sort of thing. And then they turn around after disinfecting everything. They loan them out for 90 days at a time. So it's really great for people who don't have the money for wheelchairs, etc. It's also great for people who need something like a knee scooter. Maybe they had a sports injury or whatever, but they know they don't want to spend the money to buy one because they only need it until they recover. So there you go. Check it out. It's tomorrow, 10 until 2. They're only open 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. Friday afternoons, Tuesdays, 10 to 2. Let's go to the top of the page, click on that gigantic health events button and see if there's anything going on. Let's see, the 18th. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, Kids Can, Tweens and Teens. That's tonight. So, this is a virtual meeting where young people between the ages of 11 and 18 whose parents or guardians have been diagnosed with cancer, they can get together online. This is run by Duke. They can get their questions answered. I know they have a lot of questions, a lot of things they're dealing with. Maybe they're taking on more responsibilities. It might be tough for them. I know it's tough for them. Some might want to even tell a joke or two that maybe other people won't get, if you know what I'm saying. So that's going to be tonight from 6:30 until 7:30. So if you are, again, a parent or guardian with cancer and you want your kids to, a lot of times kids are very protective and they don't want to, they'd rather talk to somebody else about what's going on with them because they don't want to trouble the parent or the guardian or grandparent. So go ahead and sign them up and let them attend the meeting maybe without your being uh, present there because maybe they have some things that they just don't want to mention to you. Respect their autonomy and their growing independence and their concern about your health and let them attend without your being there. They're in the safe hands of people there from Duke. And like I said, there's probably things on their mind that they don't want to trouble you with. And let them deal with that. Let them deal with that during tonight's meeting, the Kids Can Tweens and Teens meeting from 6:30 until 7:30. Now, tomorrow there's an online meeting, the Mind Body Approaches to Coping with Cancer. And if you need some tips dealing with cancer, this is going to be tomorrow from noon until 12:45. So go ahead and register now because I won't be able to mention this tomorrow because you'll be late if you wait for me to mention it tomorrow. Also happening tomorrow, the long-term care community support group meeting is online. So that is from noon until 1:15. It's for people who have family members, someone living in long-term care, can also be challenging. I know during COVID it was challenging because you couldn't go in to visit them, and you had to visit them via live streaming or via iPad or whatever. So it's tough. Let's see. Okay, let's now go to the Senior Scope page and let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. Great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. Free parking, free membership. They've got workout rooms. They have computer lab. They have a theater. They have a little cafe. You can't actually, they have events happening at the cafe, but you can't actually buy food or anything like that. But they do have a cafe for special events dealing with food. So let's see what's going on today. Okay, today's Monday. Monday matinee. If you can get there by 1 o'clock, you can go to the theater, their theater, get some free popcorn. Let's see what the movie is today. Inside the Mind of a Dog. All of the movies deal with dogs this month. Is it National Dog Month? I don't know. National Puppy Month. Anyway, Inside the Mind of a Dog. I don't know if that's a comedy or what, but that is today, 1 o'clock. If you love dogs, you probably want to see this movie. Also happening this afternoon, a Bible study at 12:45, chair flow and flex at 1 o'clock, advanced watercolor at 1, chair volleyball at 2, and lifeline dancers at 3:30. Now tomorrow morning, seniors on the move. Wait a minute. Today's the 18th. Oh, no class on the 19th. Never mind. Open Art Studio from 9 until 12:30. Google it, smartphone and computer class at 9:30. Don't forget to bring your gear. Take off pounds sensibly at 9:30. Yoga your way at 10. Keep it moving, gentle exercise at 10. American Sign, I always wanted to learn American Sign Language. That's from 11 until noon. Belly dance at 11:30. Crocheting club at noon. And pinochle and afternoon, pinochle is at noon. Afternoon bingo is at 1. All right. All right, let me look for some special events that are happening today at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Excuse the brakes. They are picking up the recycling. That's the truck he's coming back around. So I already know who that is without even looking. Let's see. Ooh, that almost sounds painful. So let's see. Ooh, this is going on right now. Heal, Grow, Go Wellness presents How We Grieve. So that's already that's happening until 1 o'clock. They're already in session. Let's see. So no special events besides that one, and no special events tomorrow. That's odd. Hmm. I also would like to mention that the Little River Senior Center, it's like an offshoot of the Durham Center for Senior Life, so it's like a smaller version. But the hip thing is they have a whole entire gymnasium because it used to be a school. So the Little River Senior Center is at 8305 North Roxborough Road in Bahama. Used to be a school, so bring your basketball. If you're still sporty, you want to play some basketball to your heart's content, just go for it because they have the entire gym just sitting there. They also have free lunch at 11:30, and they have activities Monday through Friday, like coffee talk, walking club, free play gym, like I just mentioned, Bible study on certain days, bingo size on certain days, bass guitar lessons on certain days, and guitar lessons on certain days. So you might want to check that out. All right. Now, the last page, now there are more pages, but I want to respect your time and simply go to the Let's Go calendar of events page, and then that'll be it. Let me see if I can click here. Let me see. There we go. Okay, so today is the 18th. Oh, there's a job fair going on right now. So this is specifically for people who know about the, I guess, the printing business. It says here, partners personnel and Millennium Print Group. They're looking to fill positions like slitter operators, overwrap operators, and packaging staffing coordinators. Overwrap, isn't that like when you print on, like when you see the Gold Durham bus and then you see the advertisements on the side of the bus. That's one aspect of printing, so that might be the kind of jobs that they're trying to fill. So this job fair is going on right now at the NC Works Career Center, 1105 South Briggs Avenue. So it's going on right now until 2 o'clock. You can There is a link for you to click if you want to take the time to do so. Like I said, you only have like an hour and a half. So you can register real quick and then run down there and see if you can get a job. Also happening in NC Works Career Center. Now, I just spoke on the phone with these folks. The link that they provided didn't work for me, so I called them to see if I could get permission for adding their phone number. I told them my show was at noon. I didn't hear back from them. So, all I'm going to do right now is to say that you should head over there for this workshop. You can call them. I'll go ahead and post the phone number, and hopefully it's okay for you to call and register. But this workshop is called Online. Now this is an in-person workshop, but it's called Online Job Searching: Common Challenges and How to Beat Them. So that is from 2:30 until 4 this afternoon. So you can learn how to identify scam postings. Apparently, there's a lot of scam job postings on LinkedIn and also on things like Craigslist. So I guess how to identify them, I need to know that myself. Also, how to deal with keyword filters and also resume algorithms. Um, Job searching is not like it used to be before the internet. So if you're looking for work via online searches, you might want to check out this free workshop starting at 2:30 today at the NC Works Career Center, 1105 South Briggs Avenue. And I will mention that they are served by the number 8 Go Durham bus. Now, if you're in need, the New Visions of Africa restaurant will be giving away free meals today from 3 until 6. And they're located right next door to W.D. Hill Rec Center at 1306 Fayetteville Street. The Hayti Heritage Center's Heritage Rhythms African Dance class, that is from 6:30 until 8 upstairs in the Chuck Davis Dance Emporium on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. So you get into the deep breathing and the conditioning, and then you get into the cardio intensive African dance moves. The weekly fee is $10. You can get more information by clicking on the link and going to their Facebook page. The Glass Jug Beer Lab, they're hosting their disc golf putting tournament. That's today, 6:30 until 9. Now, this is the Jug Beer Lab that is not the one downtown, the one on Highway 55, 5410 Highway 55. So bring your 3 best putters, which we're talking frisbees, and be ready to pay the $6 to play in this double elimination randoms double tournament. So you can join their Facebook group for more information on that. I've got the link right there on the Let's Go page. Now, the Crunk Club Durham's weekly Crank Arm Durham Run, they start at and return to the Crank Arm Brewing Company, 620 Fernway Avenue, 6:30 until 10:30. So you can choose, even though it's going to be a little warm out, but it's up to you. Bring water, and then you choose to run either 3 miles or 5 miles. It's all up to you and how you're feeling. Also, tonight, the Durham City Council, they're going to have a regular meeting tonight, starting at 7 o'clock and going until they're done, but usually around 10-ish. Durham City Council Chambers, 101 City Hall Plaza. If you don't want to go down there and appear in person or attend in person, you can actually watch via the city's website. I've got all the links you need. The city's website, their YouTube channel, their X account, Facebook page, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, whatever that is, Frontier Channel 70. Anyway, there's all these different ways to watch the city council meeting. That starts at 7 o'clock. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to refresh the page and make sure it's totally up to date. Okay, it's refreshed. Let me scroll down, make sure I didn't leave anything out. I did not. Okay, now tomorrow The Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, they're going to have a rabies vaccination clinic. Actually, more than one. They do this on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, afternoon sessions, morning sessions. Make a phone call, make that appointment, take your pet, and also $10 per pet, exact change, so that you can get this done easily and hopefully painlessly. 3005 Glen Road is where they're located. And be sure to read the post on the Let's Go page. There's certain things you have to do. I think the cats have to be in those carriers. I think dogs have to be on leashes. And there's also other things you have to agree to. If they get excited and use the restroom on the floor, naturally you're going to have to help clean that up. Okay, now if you're older, the East Regional Library, they're hosting the Over 50 crowd tomorrow. That is from 10 until 11:30 for people who are age 50 plus. Basically, it's a hangout. You just go there and you can get a free coffee, free tea. You bring a snack if you like, share a snack if you like, and you're just hanging out, talking about stuff, books, movies, whatever. I heard that what is this movie? It's that Orson Welles movie, War of the Worlds. Apparently, there's a remake, and now the world's worst movie. USA's worst movie supposedly is Plan 9 from Outer Space. That's supposed to be the worst movie ever. But I watched a movie review of War of the Worlds. This might be in the running. The way they described it, it sounds absolutely horrendous. It sounds so bad that even I might want to watch it. So you might want to check that out. So if you've seen it and want to talk about it at the over 50 crowd and you're age 50 plus, do so. Definitely do so. The East Regional Library is 211 Lick Creek Lane. It starts at 10 o'clock. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the grocery giveaway. New Visions of Africa restaurant. 1306 Fayetteville Street. They're going to host their grocery giveaway starting at 12:30 tomorrow. If you are in need, your cupboard's bare, your refrigerator's bare, head over there. If you have the rollaway cart, take that because sometimes they give away almost too much. I see people struggling sometimes. So if you're on the bus, it's the 5 or the 5K bus, and try to have a rollaway cart if at all possible. Let's see. And I think that's pretty much it. Alrighty, let's check the weather. Put my iPad down here, grab my phone, and then let's see what's going on in the world of weather. Now, I'm curious about this Hurricane Aaron. Um, I think it's in the Caribbean right now, and they say it's turning in such a way that it might hit the coast of North Carolina midweek. I guess we'll see. So they're talking about the Outer Banks and whatnot, and we're what 2.25 hours away, so we might get a bunch of rain midweek. I guess we'll see about that. But for today, it's sunny. It's 85 degrees right now. It's going up to 87. And let's see if there's a chance of rain. There's no chance of rain, which means it's going to rain. No, there's no chance of rain. So the sun might play peekaboo behind the clouds around 4-ish. And then maybe after, let's say right before sunset. Sunset is 8:01. Oh, I'd love for the days to be as long as possible, but there's nothing we can do about that. So it looks like we're going to have a cloudy evening, though. I mean, nighttime, overnight. It's going to be cloudy overnight for sure. Now, tomorrow, the high will be 84 with a 35% chance of rain. Now, I can go ahead 24 hours. So let's see if it rains tomorrow morning. So it looks, ooh. So there's a slight chance that it will rain before noon tomorrow, like 10%, 15% chance of rain. So you might want to take your umbrella just in case, because you never know. But it is 85 right now. going up to 87, and it will hit 87 around 2 o'clock. 2 and 3 o'clock are the hot hours. It's so weird because, well, Chicago's so far, much further north, and the hot spot for Chicago was always noon. And so, the hot spot for us is between 2 and 3, which is really interesting. But I guess, the sun, I guess, hits different spots on the earth differently. And that's interesting. And I'll try not to be jealous of Ireland. I know their sunset is like 10 at night, but then they probably don't enjoy the hot weather that we have on such a regular basis, what we can enjoy. Let me grab my little calendar here and make sure that I'm live tomorrow. Ooh, I might have an event tomorrow. I'm not sure really. So if there is a meeting that I have to go to tomorrow, then I might pre record the show if I can. But for the most part, it's likely that I will probably be live. It depends on what happens. So I hope that you enjoy this afternoon's weather. I do hope. And yes, Dave, thank you. He's saying thank you. Hope you have a great Monday. Oh, fist bump. Boom. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. And if you ever want to promote, I don't know, it's just occurred to me. If you do a show, you do online, like live streaming or whatever, and you want me to promote that, hey, let me know. Yeah, let me know. I'll be happy to promote you. Absolutely. I really appreciate you showing up. I really do. Okay, folks, enjoy the weather. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be hot, but it will be beautiful. Stay hydrated. I'll see you tomorrow somehow, hopefully around noon. Ciao for now.